Did you know that the idea of slavery being based on race is actually a relatively new concept, and it wasn't how slavery originally worked in Africa? Let's uncover a historical truth that often gets overlooked. For centuries, various forms of bondage existed across the African continent, much like they did in many other parts of the world. But here's the crucial difference. It wasn't about skin color. A person might become enslaved through warfare as a punishment for a crime or to pay off a debt. It was a matter of circumstance, not an inherent quality you were born with. In many societies, enslaved people could still have rights, own property, marry, and even earn their freedom. Their children were often born free. Slavery was seen as a social status, one that could potentially change, not a permanent, inherited condition tied to your identity. Everything changed with the arrival of European colonizers and the start of the transatlantic slave trade. To justify the brutal industrial-scale enslavement of millions of Africans, a new and toxic ideology was created: racial hierarchy. Europeans invented the idea that Africans were biologically inferior, a different and lesser race, to make their exploitation seem morally acceptable. They racialized slavery, turning it from a condition of misfortune into a supposedly natural state for an entire group of people. This twisted logic was used to build vast economic empires on the backs of enslaved African people. The system they created was chattel slavery, where human beings were treated as property, bought and sold like objects, with no rights or hope for freedom for themselves or their descendants. This is the version of slavery most of us are familiar with, but it's vital to understand that it was an invention, a European construct imposed upon Africa. Recognizing this history is not about minimizing the suffering of anyone who was enslaved. Instead, it is about understanding the true origins of racial prejudice and how it was deliberately constructed to justify one of the greatest atrocities in human history. The legacy of this racialization continues to affect us all today. Thanks for watching, and if you found this perspective valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more hidden truths.